we're going to explore some packages that we see around every day, okay? And we're going to be preparing to be package engineers ourselves. Do you remember some of the functions of packages that we talked about the last 2 days? Yes.
It needs to keep the product safe.
What would be the fancy word for keeping a product safe? Yes. Protect. Very good. What was another function of a package? What do you remember? Tim?
One is to display it.
To display it. Let's see. Display. And what's the purpose of displaying something? Or what does display mean, really? What does display mean, Joe?
It's somewhere so people can see it.
Yeah, allowing it to be viewed, letting people see it. What's another function of a package, Katerina? Communicate. What does communicate mean, Maura?
Write words or draw pictures.
To write words or draw pictures. And what might those words and pictures communicate, and what might they say?
It might say what's in it or if they're fragile.
Yes, it might say something, it'll tell you about the product inside. It might tell you something about the product inside. For instance, that it might be fragile. Good. Can you come up with another function? Yes, Gianna.
Preserve.
Preserve. Good. And what does preserve mean?
To keep something fresh.
Yeah, to keep it fresh. To keep it like it's supposed to be. Can anybody think of any others? Cody?
Contain.
Contain. We're going to be keeping these words in mind while we do the next activity. We're going to talk about a package, and we're going to talk about the product that goes in the package. We're also going to talk about the consumer who uses the package, and we're going to talk about the function of the package. And I think that we'll start with 2 items that we're all very, very familiar with here. What do I have? What do I have, Michael?
Water bottle.
Water bottles. So this package is a bottle. What's the product that's in the package?
Water.
Water. So water is the product. To whom are they trying to sell bottles of water? Brianna?
The people who are playing the sport.
People who are playing sports. There's a word for people who play sports. What do we call these, Elijah?
Athletes.
Athletes. Good. What's the function? What is the job of these particular packages? There's probably more than one function. Yes, Katerina. To hold water. So, which one of our vocabulary words would be about holding the item? Yes? Contain. So, the function is to contain. What is another function? I'm thinking of a function that one of these water bottles has, but the other water bottle does not have. What do you think? Joe P. The wrapper around the bottle. Yeah. What will the wrapper around the bottle do? Preserve, protect, contain, display, carry, communicate, dispense. What's it going to do? Rhiannon? Communicate. So there's another function of the bottle. What kind of a cap is this? What do we call these?
Push. Like. Push.
Tim?
Pop caps.
Pop top. This one has a pop top. And what does this one have?
Twist.
A twist cap, right? If I was an athlete, which one do you think I might like to have? Isabella?
The pop-off.
The pop top. Even though they're both bottles, they both contain water, they can be slightly different. I have a game, a package of glue sticks, liquid glue, a 12-pack of Diet Pepsi, and you think about it, Somebody invented this. Someone engineered this. Someone imagined it, probably talked to consumers and asked them questions, probably talked to other engineers, and then they made some designs, some plans, and they probably tried a few out and they didn't work, and they came up with this idea. So what I want to do is I'm going to have you explore one of these packages. You have a chart that looks just like this. You are going to write down the type of package that you have. You are going to write down the name of the product that comes in that package. You're going to write down the type of consumer that will purchase that package. And then you're going to tell us what the function of that package is. Okay? And perhaps you can mark in your diagram some of the properties. You ready to go?
I would love functions I wrote to communicate, to bribe, to display, and to contain. Wait, can I see this? What are those little things for? Oh, just to open it?
These? Yeah, these are just grips, so it's easier to open.
Why do they have bottom ones? So you can do this.
How'd you do on that exercise? Good? Good. You feeling like engineers? You should be, because you were talking like engineers. You did a really great job. And let's share a little bit about what you filled in on your chart. What is your package?
Well, we thought it was a cardboard box.
Okay, it's a cardboard box. Good. And what's the product that's contained within the package?
Plastic wrap.
Plastic wrap. Good. And to whom might this manufacturer want to sell this plastic wrap? Who would the consumer be?
We thought that
Families and shops. What's the function of your package?
it dispenses, contains, communicate, and carry.
And so that you can tear it off, what's on the box?
The pointy object which tears through the plastic.
Yeah, a little tearing mechanism, sort of a knife-like mechanism. You also mentioned that it communicates. What is it communicating to the consumer, Joe?
That it's plastic wrap that holds food.
Yep, it's plastic wrap and it holds food. Do you think that, let's say you moved here from Japan and you needed to go shopping and your English wasn't really that good yet, do you think you could see this product on the shelf and figure out what it was for?
Yeah.
Do you think so? Would the picture help you?
Yes.
Very nice. You did a very nice job. I would like you to explain to me on this sheet about your package. Can you do that next, please?
What are some properties of the package?
It's plastic. That's one property.
You know, how else would you describe this? Why? Why isn't the whole thing smooth and clear? Why does this part have? So you can grip it? Very good. Do you think that you could redesign the current package? What do you think you might need to keep in mind if you're going to do that? You want to give it a go?
Is there like a different texture we'd want though if there was gonna be
Yeah, like
a size? Yeah, like that handle.
So it would be
It could be bigger. I mean, like you wouldn't have the grip. It would be like in different areas and stuff.
we're thinking of making a bigger one, so it's like you can hold two in it.
Oh, so if you run out of the first one, the second one's like right there?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is a room full of budding engineers. You did a super, super job today. I'm going to ask one person to come up and tell us about the redesign of their product. This is the original ketchup container. Here's Rachel and her group's idea for a new, improved ketchup container.
Well, we wanted to make it like so people would know it was ketchup if they didn't know English.
Okay.
So we made a tomato for a container.
So it's no longer a cylinder, it's a tomato-shaped container.
Made it so you didn't have to pull it out. You could just like press that thing and it would swirl like that and it would come out.
And it doesn't just go straight up the tube, it swirls around up the tube. You know what I think? I think you should give yourselves a pat on the back. You did a super job today. Good job. Packaging is everywhere. We're a consumer society. So it was very easy for them to relate to an egg carton, to relate to a milk carton, to relate to a frozen food tray. We wouldn't even have to look far. We can just look around our classroom and find packages. And that was a good thing too, because I know that the kids go home afterwards and they look around their houses and the packages are just not objects hanging around. Now they're looking at them as engineers would. And they're looking at them to say, are they really appropriate for what the job that they do? And could I make them better? Many of the kids said, I can do what we did this week at home. I can build packages for my plants at home, and I'm going to do that, which was music to my teacher ears.